New mould, everyone. Who's for a bit of astrology stroke astronomy? We've got star signs and we have got the constellations that go with them. Now this is a new mould. It was a very, very cheap one. I'll put you the link for it below. What we're going to do is we're going to get into here some Chameleon powders, and the best Chameleon powder I could possibly ever use is one from the Tiny Turner. I've yet to see it bettered. And the one we're going to be using is a really dark purpley coloured one called Arcane. Here it is. Even the lid's lovely. Look at the lid. I'll put your links for this below as well. You can get these from Toonpish Crafts. They're the Tiny Turner powders, but look at that colour. Now this colour flips immensely, but that's not what I'm using it for necessarily today. That will be a bonus if it still colour flips on a flat surface. What I really want to be using it for is just its colour. So we're just going to put a little bit in each mould, probably far too much. Now, you may be saying, but you won't be able to see the star signs, the constellations, because you're doing it all the same colour. Well, I don't actually know, because it depends what this Chameleon powder actually does when we turn it out. We might be able to see them, but I'm fully expecting to have to go in and put gold into the lines and things, into the detail, but I will show you a fun way of doing that as well. So I'm just going to go around them all with this fantastic powder. We're doing them all in the same purple just because I'm a bit I hate to use the word obsessed because I think that's Claire's word, but I am a bit obsessed with this purple. So, just going to put this all in. Then what we're going to do is we're going to back it all with resin. I'm just going to use ordinary clear resin because, to be honest, there is no point in tinting it black. This stuff is completely opaque anyway. It is so intense, it's just insane. Look how little I'm using as well. In fact, that's probably too much. I'm trying to get it all up round the sides. And I will just chuck in, I think I'll use Apex 1 coat because that's the 2-hour cure. Be nice and quick, it's great for shallow pores, so I think we'll be well away with that. I hope the camera's picking up just how lovely this colour is, with or without the colour flip. It's just breathtaking. In the light I am using too much. I really am. Never mind, some of it will float up onto the back and make the back pretty too. In fact, what I could do is put a little bit of this in the resin that I'm putting on the back. Might do that. Let's just do that. Just a little dot. Then it'll be the same colour all through, won't it? Right, mixing resin time. Okay, I've just put a little spot of the powder in the back as well, into the resin that I'm putting in the back. And here we go. I'm just going to take them right up to the brim. I'm hoping to go, in fact, just a smidge over the brim so I don't have to do any sort of sanding of the edges and things like that at the end. What we should get is any of the surplus powder will come up onto the surface as well. I got enough mixed up here. These take more than I thought. They're quite deep. Probably don't need to fill them right up really, I suppose, but that's how you save yourself having to trim edges off, isn't it? I might have to mix up a little bit more. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, see you in about, well, I'd say it's a 2-hour demold resin, but I usually leave it more like 3 just to be on the safe side. Though it's fairly warm in this room today, so it probably will be done in 2 hours. We shall see. Right, let's see what they look like then. Oh, aren't they nice? Let's get them all out. I mean, that powder really makes it, doesn't it? Look at that. Ooh. Now, like I said, we're going to try and put the gold detailing in a slightly different way. We're going to use some glittery UV resin. So let's get them all out. I have ended up with a bit of a mess to clean up off my mould, and a little bit of tidying up to do around the edges, because I realised I'd actually overfilled in some cases, but not a lot, that's okay. Okay, so what you can't see from where you are, although, because, yeah, you're at the wrong angle, I'll show you later. These have actually, they're pink when I look at them from this angle. Now, I think I must have disturbed a couple of them because there's a slight, something not quite right on the surfaces. But, yeah, that's a shame. Now, what we're going to do, let's do Aries first, because that's me. We are going to get our glittery UV resin. We're going to go around. This makes your hand ache because I've got the bottle nib very tiny still, so as not to, so as I can do quite fine lines. But we're going to put it on and we're going to rub it into all of those lines. Oops. And then we're going to get a little cloth. I'm using my usual clean up wipes, they're Wonder Wipes. And I'm just going to wipe the surface off. And it should leave behind a nice clear image. And it has. Okay, I might like to go over where it says Aries again. I don't think I put any on that initially. I was just relying on rubbing it across. So rub it in. Here we go, and then clean it off. Job done. Now I know we often, oh, I've rubbed it out now, rubbed too much. Now I know we often do this with acrylic paints. I recently discovered you could do it with, it's better, with this glittery UV, and I'm very pleased I found that out. Right, I'm going to start putting them to one side and we'll get the UV lamp on them shortly. I'll fast forward you through this bit because we're just going to do the same with them all. So there's quite a lot of them there. I might go over them again actually, I don't know. I'm going to get that layer cured up anyway, and I'm going to use my nice big resin, I call it my UFO lamp, large round lamp. Just going to give it a couple of minutes. I find this stuff does cure very, very quickly. So yeah, I'll probably go around it again, but just to make sure I've got plenty in there. And then we'll top coat them. You don't need to top coat them, I just think it might put a nice finishing touch. Oh, they're looking pretty good. It's a shame, I must have disturbed them because a couple of these aren't quite right. But anyway, I'm going to top coat them all now. And then we'll get the lamp back over them again. I wasn't going to, but I think it'll just make that colour pop. You're not seeing the colour flash that I'm seeing, but you get the right angle and that's pink. So I am going to top coat them. Anybody who's not seen top coating done before, I'm going to dome them slightly. Now I need to clean up the nozzle of my bottle. Currently using the ultraviolet curing resin, oh, it appears to have cured all over it. Ultraviolet curing resin from Let's Resin. I tend to alternate between this and the Apex one, which is another favourite of mine. But all we're doing is we're putting just a little top coat. Now what you should do probably is start in the centre and work your way gently out with a toothpick or something like that. I just tend to do this and hope for the best. But you'll find which technique works best for you. This kind of works for me. Now I've tried to go round the little hole so that I don't have to drill it out again afterwards. But worst scenario, if you do accidentally fill in the little hole, yeah, you just get a little drill on it and job done. Oh yeah, this is making the colours pop. I might have to take these somewhere else to show you the colour pop effect afterwards. See if I can get I think the light in our kitchen's quite good for showing this off. And I'm hoping these ones that weren't quite right, this will kind of solve the issue. I'm putting them to one side to let them self-level a bit. The surface tension will keep the resin sitting on the top rather than running down the sides. At least it will if I don't overdo it. Right, let's cure those three. I just want to cure them before I get too far, but don't give it a chance to run over the sides. Well, I hope you like the finished pieces, everyone. I'm really pleased with them. They colour flip beautifully. I think you can see the colour flipping going on in this image. So let me know what you think. This idea of using the gold glitter UV to inlay into the areas on these sort of things, what else could we do with this? There's got to be a lot of opportunity here. So let me know what you think, what your ideas are. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, you know what to do. If you drop me a like below, that would be marvellous if you click the thumbs up. And yeah, I look forward to reading your comments on this little technique. And also, of course, look forward to seeing you for the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and enjoy your crafting. Bye.